part 2 to the all-wheel drive discussion that we just had in episode 1, because we did some chatting and we realised there is actually some pretty critical information that needs to be added, and that was...
Yeah, basically, you know, people are talking about, okay, well, we're building a car in the modern age. We've got cool things like computers and you know, they're very powerful things and they can help us a lot in you know, getting over the line with different things and that sort of stuff. And you know, people are saying, oh well, you know, you're going to use a computer to make the chassis stiffer and the design better and all this sort of thing. And we just have to sort of go, okay, where are we going to get our best bang for the buck on stuff like design and that sort of thing? And you know, people they immediately jump on the idea that because it was built in the 1980s, that it must have been a sloppy bag of slops. So
therefore, if you're going to build an all-wheel drive version, there's a lot of stuff that you can improve on. But
yeah.
We disagree with that, right?
I think so. I think so. Basically, we're looking at what we're building currently, and we're thinking, okay, if this is so bad, what makes it bad? You know, but it isn't that bad. It isn't. You know, the torsional rigidity of the current 037 chassis that we're building these days with a full rollover protection system in it, ROPS. With the ROPS, it's really, really stiff and it doesn't have a lot of chassis flex. So, so I'm saying, no, we're not going to try and make the chassis stiffer and that sort of thing. I don't think that's a rabbit hole we want to go down. It's such a compact little car that, you know, to make it any stiffer is going to be pretty tricky. And we've got to be able to fit a passenger and a driver into that space. And so what we're really going to focus on with our computers and that sort of thing,
with the modern technology,
yeah, the modern stuff, is that we're going to look at gains that we can have with the power plant, with the modern gearbox design work, and the front diff and the transfer case and that sort of stuff. That is where we're going to get the most gains for in this project. And it's all about delivering a modern car that harks back to that 80s Group B rally era. This car we're designing for gravel. That's, you know, and that's what I want it to do. I want it to be used on gravel. I want it to be used by you, and it's important that you really enjoy it, because I'm sure you will.
I will.
Yeah, and you, and
I want to drive it.
Yeah. So, you know, can I introduce my new driver? And you know, she's joining the William.
William, your job is safe.
Yeah, the William and Connie circus. But really, that's what it's about. Is, you know, we've got a great recipe with our front and rear space frames. We're going to adjust the front space frame for all-wheel drive, and then we're linking it together with a modern ROPS that is going to, you know, provide us with a great platform for the engine and gearbox and driveline to propel it, you know, into the future.
We're not changing like the recipe of the excellent chassis Lancia designed.
No,
that's
and the
good.
geometry.
You never want to change that.
No,
you never want to change the geometry of how it drives. And the other point that you said in our off-recording discussion was that the reason adapting the front end for all-wheel drive isn't going to be that difficult is because we're not trying to drastically re-engineer the entire suspension from scratch. We're just taking something that already exists and just like adapting it in, but while preserving the core of the 037.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Well, that's basically it, because we're not wanting to reinvent the wheel, as I said previously, but this car is going to be so good to drive. It's going to be a raw sort of experience. I mean, it's the two-wheel drive 037 handles so brilliantly, and as we've seen with William driving the prototype number one car, amazing, really amazing. Brings a tear to your eye when something that you've created can be seen to be moving the way it should. It's just amazing. So we want to bring that to you, and bring it all-wheel drive, two-wheel drive, whatever your preference is. This car is going to be awesome. So so let's get it happening.
We're not changing what matters, which is the Lancia DNA.
That's right.
Yeah, we don't want to change that.
No.
We're just New Zealanders. We don't. We're not going to mess with the beautiful Italian engineering. Gorgeousness.
No. Hats off to the Italians because
beautiful.
The Lancia 037, freaking awesome. So,
Favourite car, awesome. Okay, I
Cool.
think we added some good detail.
Awesome.
That's an alright part too, isn't it?
It is.
Do you have anything else we need to say about the computers and?
Oh yeah, we don't want to overuse these computers too much because we still want a raw feeling car. It's going to be a manual selection. It's going to have a clutch.
Bit of a purist car, I
it's
guess.
it's single clutch. There's only one clutch. There's no ABS, there's no traction control. You have to drive it, and you feel the car, and it's such a brilliant car to drive. So that's what we're going to give you.
Awesome.
That's it. Awesome.
Done.
Cool.
Nice.
Job done. Right, out the water.